Imagine being an FBI agent thinking it's just another day at the office, until you find yourself crawling into a secret underground tunnel in a Hollywood legend's mansion. You'd probably start questioning your life choices. Well, that's exactly what happened when authorities raided Gene Hackman's $4 million New Mexico estate after his sudden death. What they found in that tunnel? Let's just say it wasn't a wine cellar. Was it a secret escape route? A hidden treasure vault? Or something way more sinister? The truth is weirder than fiction, and we're about to break it all down. The FBI arrived at Hackman's estate expecting to execute a standard search warrant. Maybe they thought they'd find some old Hollywood memorabilia or a collection of vintage movie posters. Instead, they stumbled upon something completely unexpected, a hidden tunnel buried beneath the mansion. This wasn't just a cramped little crawl space. The tunnel was deliberately built, large enough for a person to walk through comfortably, and, strangely enough, showed no signs of being abandoned. Now, why would a man like Gene Hackman have a secret passage beneath his house? Theories started flying almost immediately. Some believed it was an escape route, because apparently, when you're rich, regular doors are too basic. Others suspected it was tied to something far more mysterious. And then, of course, there were the conspiracy theorists who swore this was proof of a secret underground network used for meetings with powerful figures. But before we get too deep into the Illuminati rabbit hole, let's talk about what the FBI actually found inside this tunnel. Stepping into the tunnel must have felt like entering a real-life mystery novel. The FBI agents were met with old wooden crates, peculiar artifacts, and a collection of seemingly random objects that didn't belong in an ordinary basement. Among the first things they discovered were stacks of yellowed documents, faded photographs of unknown people, and peculiar tools that looked like they belonged to either an old craftsman or a mad scientist. But the strangest part? The walls of the tunnel were covered in symbols and markings. Some appeared to be ancient, while others looked like they had been added more recently. Were they a secret code? A hidden message? A warning? The deeper investigators went, the more unsettling the discoveries became. And then, just when they thought things couldn't get any weirder, another shocking revelation came to light. Gene Hackman's death was already surrounded by unanswered questions, but the discovery of this tunnel only made things more suspicious. Why? Because nothing about his passing had ever hinted at something this bizarre. Hackman and his wife were found dead under mysterious circumstances, and now, with the tunnel in play, investigators began to wonder if it was more than just a strange feature of his mansion. Could it have been used as an escape route? If so, by whom? Even more chilling, could someone have entered or exited the mansion that night, unnoticed? Then came another bombshell. Neighbors began speaking up. Some claimed they had seen unfamiliar individuals visiting the estate before Hackman's passing. Others recalled hearing strange noises coming from the mansion late at night. If these accounts were true, they could suggest that Hackman wasn't just a reclusive Hollywood legend. He might have been involved in something that ultimately led to his untimely death. At this point, the FBI shifted its focus from just exploring the tunnel to digging deeper into what, or who, it was really hiding. Inside the tunnel, investigators found a series of disturbing clues that only deepened the mystery. Among them were several old cell phones, still containing unread messages, a worn-out planner filled with scribbled notes, and bottles of medicine that didn't match Hackman's known prescriptions. One agent described the scene as a time capsule of secrets. What were these old phones used for? Who were those messages from? And why did Hackman have a planner full of last-minute, frantic notes leading up to his death? The further the FBI dug into these items, the more it seemed like Hackman's final days were far more chaotic than anyone realized. Even more unsettling, some of Hackman's former acquaintances and neighbors started coming forward with strange stories. Some recalled seeing unknown visitors at the estate, while others insisted they had witnessed strange behavior from Hackman himself in the months before his death. Could these clues hold the key to what really happened that night? But instead of answers, investigators' next move only made the public even more suspicious. Here's where things get really frustrating. After discovering a hidden tunnel, mysterious artifacts, and unexplained evidence, you'd expect the FBI to hold a press conference and finally spill the truth, right? Nope. Instead, they went completely silent. Authorities refused to disclose what else they found inside the tunnel. The police avoided questions, and whenever reporters tried to dig deeper, they got the same canned response. The investigation is ongoing, which, let's be real, is just government talk for, we know something you don't. This silence only fueled speculation. If there was nothing to hide, why wasn't law enforcement being more transparent? And with the authorities clamming up, the public started coming up with its own theories. Since the FBI isn't talking, the internet has been more than happy to fill in the gaps. And let's just say, some of these theories are insane, but At the same time, a few of them actually make sense. Theory number 1. The tunnel was used for secret meetings with powerful people. Some people believe Hackman wasn't just an actor, he may have been involved in something bigger behind the scenes. The idea? His secluded New Mexico estate may have served as a private meeting ground for Hollywood elites, government insiders, or even secret societies. The hidden tunnel could have been a discreet entrance or exit for visitors who didn't want to be seen coming and going. This theory gained traction when former staff members reportedly mentioned that Hackman had a strict "no staff in certain areas" rule. Some people now wonder if those restricted areas led to the tunnel. If true, what kind of meetings were happening down there? And more importantly, why would he need to keep them hidden? Theory number 2. The tunnel was a hidden vault holding valuable artifacts or documents. Another popular theory is that the tunnel wasn't built for people. It was built to store something. Some believe Hackman may have collected rare artifacts, sensitive documents, or even classified information that wasn't supposed to be found. The strange symbols on the walls and the yellowed documents found inside have fueled speculation that Hackman may have been in possession of something historically significant, or even dangerous. Some claim it could have been evidence of a major Hollywood scandal, while others believe he was safeguarding something with ties to the government. Of course, there's also the wilder side of this theory. Some claim Hackman was in possession of something supernatural, which sounds crazy until you remember that plenty of Hollywood stars have been obsessed with the occult, secret knowledge, and hidden histories. Could Hackman have been one of them? Theory number 3. The tunnel wasn't for Hackman to escape, it was for someone else to escape after his death. This theory is where things get really unsettling. Instead of the tunnel being Hackman's escape route, some believe it was used by someone else, possibly the same person responsible for his death. Think about it. If someone wanted to get into the house, commit a crime, and leave without a trace, a hidden underground exit would be the perfect way to do it. Some believe Hackman may have been targeted, and that the tunnel allowed the culprit to disappear without a single witness. Adding fuel to this theory is the fact that investigators still haven't released key details about Hackman's cause of death. If it were completely natural, why all the secrecy? Why not just clear the air and shut down the speculation? Theory number 4. The tunnel is connected to an even bigger underground network. Now let's go full conspiracy mode for a second. Some people believe that Hackman's tunnel isn't an isolated case. Instead, they think it's part of a larger network of underground passageways, ones that might connect other Hollywood figures, government sites, or secret locations in the area. Sound crazy? Maybe. But New Mexico is no stranger to wild government secrets. This is the same state that houses top-secret military bases, UFO conspiracy hotspots, and mysterious underground bunkers. Some theorists believe Hackman knew about something beneath his property, and he wasn't the only one. Could his tunnel be a piece of something bigger? If so, was he keeping it hidden for a reason, or was he afraid of what might be connected to it? No matter which theory you believe, or if you think it was all just an over-the-top man cave, one thing is certain: this tunnel was never supposed to be found. But now that it's been exposed, the questions keep piling up. And with authorities refusing to speak, the mystery only grows deeper. One thing is clear: Gene Hackman's mansion was hiding something big. Whether it was a harmless eccentricity or evidence of something far more sinister, we may never know. But one thing's for sure: this story is far from over. Was this tunnel an innocent secret? Or was it the key to a mystery that the authorities don't want the world to uncover? With investigators keeping their lips sealed and speculation running wild, one question remains: will we ever know the full truth? For now, this Hollywood mystery remains unsolved, but if more details emerge, you can bet we'll be here to uncover them. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Hollywood's strangest mysteries, hit that like button and let us know in the comments, what do you think Hackman's tunnel was really for?